We're live now. Hold
Oh
on.
dear.
Oh shit. I gotta be ready and stuff.
We had a
Hi.
10-minute warning, a 5-minute warning, a 2-minute warning. You're the worst.
When was the 2-minute warning?
2 minutes.
2 minutes ago.
Listen, I'm sitting here reading stat blocks and shit, deciding what to throw at you guys randomly.
We are so
I ain't listening to fucking warnings and stuff.
Put your
Hi,
phone
everybody.
away.
I'm Tannis. Welcome to Crypts and Cryptids. We're gonna be playing Mountain of Mystery, the 53rd
53rd.
episode. I knew that. I know what I'm doing.
Same.
That was a lie. An absolute fucking
Same.
lie. But we didn't get to play last week because we were at the Norse Forge a lot of us were at the Norse Forge gathering, which went fucking great.
It was a great time.
It was pretty good. It was nifty. But yeah, so we're back ready to continue the story. For sponsors, we have Dark Crescent Studios sponsors the channel, and they're great. And I never checked. Do we have their link that shares in the chat? Like Knight, do we have that? But my brain tells me we did, but my brain's also pretty fucked. So,
My brain stopped braining last Sunday. It's fine.
dude,
Yeah.
the fact that I got about 2 hours of sleep the entire weekend
Huh?
Yep.
in like 20-minute increments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did the micro sleeps. Your brain just sort of powered down for like 5 minutes. And...
Yeah. Oh, there was absolutely points in times where I was just sitting in a chair and everybody was around me talking, and I just for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There was
like, you guys are patient.
There was a good,
Those are
like,
called
15
duck naps.
right? There's like a good 15 minutes where I did one and like no one bothered me. No one fucking
awesome.
they just let me sleep.
We all just stared at you. We were like,
I'm,
poor thing.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't bother me, so that worked. But anyway, yeah, we have Dark Crescent Studios, which sponsors our shit, and then we also have the Narrative Universe TTRPG, which you can go to their Discord and you can get a game, and if you let them know I sent you, you can even get a game for 1 week for free. I have my game on pause so I can reset my friggin' brain after everything. But we just did some fun shit in there. It's crazy. I'm just really happy that I get to use Baltharius in it, because Baltharius is my favorite character. Don't tell any of my other characters that I said that.
Don't tell Mel.
Mel don't give a shit.
Well, that's fair.
Mel don't give a shit. He knows. He knows things. Do we have any other announcements and stuff?
Oh, up here too.
Yes. The next episode of Roll for Cake is this Wednesday,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so don't miss out. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. For those that are not caught up with it, you should definitely get caught up with it, because man, some shit happened last episode.
We're gonna get to see what happens to the rest of Mel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, if you want to catch up on that,
Spoiler warning. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Don't worry, guys. Mel is definitely dead. I had all the players that were there, all of them at one point or another, were just like staring at me. We would talk about that whole thing, and I'd be like, "Yeah, he's dead. He's absolutely dead." And they're like, "We just don't believe you. We don't trust you." I'm like,
good. They learned. They've learned. Very good.
It only took
Have
9
they,
episodes.
though?
No.
Have they though?
But
Well,
yeah, if you want to catch up on episodes of Roll for Cake or even episodes of Mountain of Mystery, they're all available to watch on our YouTube channel, Crypts and Cryptids.
Do we? Ooh, hold on. Dark Crescent Studios. Do we want a pile of skulls or a mimic for a giveaway dice? Because I have both.
Pile of skulls.
Fucking
Pile of skulls. Pile of skulls.
Obviously.
Pile
Why?
of-
In what world
Or-
was that a question?
Are they flaming?
The world in
skulls?
which you asked the question.
That was that
This
is
one,
absolutely the
Earth
answer. Always a pile
1218.
of
This
skulls.
one.
Every time a pile of skulls, 100%. Yes, yes, yes. Brain.
Why?
Yeah, for everyone that did make it out to the Norse Forge gathering, it was wonderful seeing everybody there. Tinny was there, and Tinny has been following the Twitch channel since like the
beginning.
The beginning.
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure they were there day one. Like even before like all of you guys joined me. Like I'm talking back when me and Dadpool were in a game.
Tyranny
Right?
of Dragons and yeah.
Yeah, the Tyranny of Dragons game. So like
OG.
a hot minute.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that in of itself was a really wonderful time. And don't forget that there is another Norse Forge gathering this October.
Mhm.
10th
through the 13th.
See, I know answers.
Y'all were there when Tiff found out the dates. She got fucking ecstatic because guess whose fall break lines up so they could go.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Good. More volunteers. We can put you to work. Always needed more volunteers all the way.
Hey, she's
They need-
gonna be there as a creator. What are you talking about?
Right?
Or a DM. They
You-
were desperate for DMs.
Oh my god.
No, I believe the plan is to be a vendor to make money for Christmas.
There you go. That's actually not a terrible idea
Yes.
right there.
All of
Uh,
the above.
what was
Right.
crazy, there was definitely not enough DMs, and there was like a whole bunch of players coming in, and I'm like, fuck it, one shots, let's go, 7 players, boom, and I ran a one shot, and as soon as that one was over, I'm like, boom, another one. I ran 6
Shot.
shots,
Yeah.
and it was fucking crazy. Crescent, yeah, there's gonna be vending opportunities at the October one, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting stuff put together and email stuff to put together. But as soon as we have one, you'll be able to like fill it out a vendor application, I believe it is the way we have it set up this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and real quick, I want to show one more thing off. Hexwood. Hexwood gave
Ooh.
ice boxes.
I didn't see that our logo was on it. That's
That's
awesome.
the logo, yes.
Yeah, he personalized each one. Like he made one for each of the players for Roll for Cake because he did the giveaway on the first one. So mine's set up for like wizards, so you know I can put D6s up here to keep track of my
That's
spell slots and shit.
fantastic.
And then the lid is one big dice tray, which is freaking awesome.
Do you say what
And
that
then-
wood is? Because I love the grain of it.
I don't know. Walnut,
Hex.
I think.
Hexwood. No,
But oh fucking shit! I got dice from Homebrew Himbo, and I did test rolls with them. I have yet to roll above a 7. But
not
that's
dice.
par for the course for me.
That's
I'll
not
show off
Homebrew
mine
Himbo's
too.
fault.
Yeah.
I was able to get my own dice box from Hexwood as well for my
You got
Misty
the-
Mountain
oh,
Gaming
I
dice.
love that one.
So yes.
And the other thing that I got was this freaking dice tower, which is like a double-headed dragon thing from Pappy's Castle. They were just like, "Hey man, you're the DM for Roll for Cake and stuff, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Here you go, take this." And I'm all right. I'm gonna argue. Everybody, all the vendors there were friggin' awesome, and we had a wonderful time. And the last thing is we do have Roll for Cake and encrypted stickers for sale on Nerdy site. Yes. Oh, yep. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely. On Etsy, the shop is called OCrit. That's OH_CRIT. We have both the Crips and Cryptid logo and the Roll for Cake logo.
Okay. So, oh, Lady Cass, your birthday's in October. That would be an awesome vacation. Yeah, it would be. You should definitely come. That would be amazing. Anyway,
mine's in October also. Go ahead.
That's
Cap,
about
that
all
link
I got.
was backwards.
Yeah, well,
Damn it.
way to go, Cap. Anyway, that's about all I got. Let's do the thing, and nope. Upside down.
Yep.
Let's do the thing, and let's get into the recap. Unless anyone else has anything else.
No.
All right. Cap has the chatspiration.
I have Capspiration. Thank you.
Catspiration. Where'd my D6 go?
Alrighty.
Oh, right there.
There we go. Having rescued our rogue's father and retrieved the soul of the deceased changeling Pierceleaf Spring from the custody of the malevolent mage known as Mel, our sorcerer plane shifted the party back to the tavern in Trostenwald, where our cleric fought to maintain control of the fragment of the multiversal monstrosity's consciousness that he had absorbed into his own mind. Before our druid was able to reach him and extract the darkness, however, it escaped his body and unleashed a wave of nightmarish terror that debilitated nearly everyone in the vicinity. Our druid retaliated with a radiant moonbeam. Our tiefling landed a divinely amplified psionic attack. Our genasi struck it with spiritual incantations. Our monk delivered a flurry of blows, and our sorcerer inflicted psychic damage that she also suffered herself as the spell echoed back against her. As the obsidian energy of the aberration lashed out brutally at the party, our Aasimar offered instead to help the entity break free from the rest of the darkness consuming it, and willingly accepted the fragment of its consciousness into his own mind. Weakened by its struggle against our cleric and the subsequent battle, the entity listened as our rogue made an improbably persuasive argument for sparing our world from destruction, before it revealed to him that it did not know why the malevolent mage and his cult were trying to reconstruct it, after which it ultimately agreed to reconsider its intentions. Our Aasimar then transferred the fragment to our druid, where it merged with the pieces of itself and quieted them within her mind, after which our sorcerer learned from the Reaper calling itself Endless that the links of the ethereal chains binding our rogue's father were forged from the souls of the victims of the attack in Zadash. Resting shortly to recuperate, the party was then transported to the Fey Realm, where we gained an audience with the High King of the Seelie Court, who agreed to facilitate the resurrection of our rogue's adopted brother in exchange for a favor.
And we join the crew once more back at the Fey King's court, where you all are speaking with the king and trying to convince him to raise Pierce back. Now then, one question. And he looks kind of past Lazarus' shoulder over to Cash. Have you even tried bringing him back yet? Cash?
Sorry, I was on mute.
You're good. The king is looking at you, asking if you've even tried bringing Pierce back yet.
He had been gone too long for my ability.
Pity. Would have been interesting to watch. And he looks back over at Lazarus. So, I happen to be your only option.
Do we have a body?
Yeah, the body's there.
Yeah, that's right. We brought the body. We brought the body. We have the soul and the body.
Yes.
How long has he been dead?
Between 5 and 11 days. I did check. So, Prince,
Nerd.
100%. Yeah, I love the idea. Laz is like, so when we were traveling and Prince blipped into the astral plane and saw him there, that was 11 days ago. The fight in Zadash was 5 days ago. So it was anywhere in between.
I mean, he'll have a new body, but I have something that might work.
Ooh. I want you to try.
I do like a reincarnate spell.
If we have the stuff for it, it's kind of spendy.
What do you need?
I
Yes.
need a bunch of rare oils and unguents worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
He looks over to the queen, and she very regally is sitting there, and she nods and looks over to one of the guards over here, and she kind of just waves her hand, and he starts walking away out kind of a side entrance. I will get everything procured. Why don't we get it all set up right here?
He wants dinner and a show.
Oh, I would love a show like this. It's been a long time.
Do I have a sense that Pierce? Where did Pierce rank in the hierarchy of his nephews?
Roll a history check.
Let's see. My history is a +1, and I'm going to use my Misty Mountain dice. And I do still have. Do I have 5 or 3 psionic die? I think I used 3 last time, so I have 5 left.
Sounds close enough.
So that's an 11 + 1 is a 12. Well, let's get that in there. And a 7, so that's 19.
19. From what you remember, the king has quite a few brothers, and Pierce has quite a few cousins. The biggest thing that you would think about with it is the simple fact of it doesn't fucking matter who it is. It could literally be his own brother laying right there, and he would be acting the same. Though he is good and fair, there is a big, giant emphasis on fair. Everything
And a
is
little...
is balanced and equal with him.
I'm just making sure that like Pierce isn't his least favorite. Like Pierce is the nephew that he like let that fucker fuck him.
Yeah, no. There's definitely no
animosity.
Yeah, no animosity, and with this, like with not just bringing him right back, there is no malice to it.
Right.
It's just how he is.
Yeah, and to be fair, he's been dead for at least 5 days. Like, what's the difference, right? He's going to not get more dead. He's just going to stay dead for a little longer.
I want to turn to Lazarus really quick and be like, question: how attached is he to this body?
Pierce, do I need a history check for that?
No, you don't. He likes his body.
He likes to be able to be anybody, and this body lets him do that.
I firmly cannot guarantee.
But see, here's the
thing:
he
will still have it.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love the idea of him having to deal with one body.
I can't guarantee what it will be. So you know how like I was a bird and then I wasn't. And it was very traumatic and scary. But I can talk now in a way that others understand. So, positive and negatives. And also, there's a giant demon in my head that's trying to kill the world. You know, positives and negatives.
Right. Well, a little less so. We'll talk about that part
Hold
later.
on a
li-
moment.
a little less. It's only like
You
78% of it.
were Kenku.
Yes.
Oh, how marvelous. And he just like more or less floats. Like you can hear his footsteps, but he just floats on through past everybody right up to you.
No, thank you.
Tell me, is the story true that your people were cursed by the Raven Queen?
I don't know. We were cursed, I think. Or rather, blessed with terrible genetics. I'm not sure what it was. But once upon a time, we had the ability to speak like normal beings, as far as any of us are aware, but quite frankly, we're not sure 100% of the way. So at some point along the time, some evil mumbo jumbo happened and we were cursed the gift of mimicry only. So then only all we could say is only what we heard repeated. And sometimes you couldn't even hold on to it. So our vocabulary was very limited. It wasn't like you could repeat absolutely everything everyone said, and therefore you could just string along a whole bunch of different words, putting them into any kind of contextual order that you like. You had to repeat them as they were said, exactly as they were said, with the same intonation and understanding. And so you had to build up specific vocabulary over the years, hopefully that it would be good enough that you could respond to most things. So any now and whenever I find a Kenku, I make sure that certain important phrases are always repeated till they can respond with them in a way that is not so dictated by emotion that they are unable to use it in a wide array of things. Things as simple as yes or no, we couldn't directly say all the time. And so sometimes our feelings became much more aggressive because maybe you didn't have no, but you had fuck off, cunt. And that's a lot more aggressive than no. I would not like the salt on this. It's not awesome, you see. And then, of course, I was trapped in the woods and spoke to only animals, so then I learned how to speak to animals, and I could speak to animals, but not people. People were a fucking nightmare. But then, somewhere along the lines, I died. They brought me back, and I was a halfling, and now I could speak to people. Wild ride, huh?
Absolutely wonderful. I have a new favorite.
Amazing.
That's usually how that goes.
But now I've told you my story. Told you my story, and I'm going to do my best to bring this young man back. I would hope that these oils and unguents could be equal payment for my story and my attempt to bring him back.
If you're able to bring him back, it's no skin off my back, and I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything.
Perfect.
I just get to watch the show.
Just
To
making
my
sure
knowledge,
kind of depth.
his soul was removed forcefully. Yes?
Yes, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably.
weren't there when that happened.
Who has it? Who has it? Who has it? Give.
Does Lance have it?
Yes.
Big Cash?
Lance
I think
walks
Lance has
over
it.
and hands it over to him, and he looks at it. An interesting note: the little light that's inside of this gem that is Pierce's soul looks a lot like all of the little lights that are floating around this room. The last time I watched a resurrection from a soul that was forcefully removed, the caster's soul was ripped in half, and it was wonderful to view. And he reaches over and he takes your hand, Trouble.
That's right.
I truly hope that doesn't happen to you, but it'll be fun to watch either way.
Well, let me put it this way. If it does, you won't be able to watch for long because an evil thing will come out of me and take over the universe, and then probably...
Gosh, I'm not worried about that at all.
All right, well, as long as you know.
Oh, I know so much.
That's a problem. You gotta know that's a problem.
Oh, entirely. But I make it everyone else's problem too.
That's usually my MO. I become everyone's problem.
Speaking of knowing things, and he kind of like spins himself like around Sato, right over to Prince. I know
Ooh.
exactly who you are.
She finally looks up. She's kept her head down this entire time.
You didn't think you were going to hide from me in my own palace, did you?
I feel like that question is a trap.
He leans in close.
Yeah.
Most likely. Tell me, how much do you know about your family's history and mine?
Very much do not know.
Disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. I thought I left quite the mark so that no one in your family would ever forget your transgressions. And he reaches out and touches your forehead just for a moment. Well, it seems the curse is intact, so it's totally fine.
Okay.
Punishment remains, so I am satisfied.
Just confused.
Oh, really? About what?
Curse? Family?
You know nothing about it at all. Well, I am not as articulate as my little favorite over there, but... And just then the door opens, and the guard comes walking in with two other people, very well-dressed servants that are carrying like a few boxes of things. Oh, it looks like it's time. Well then, and the servants go around and they start setting up the ritual however you direct them, Trouble.
Kaylin does walk over to Laz and just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "Don't you think we should at least hear what the king wants in exchange? I don't like the idea of Trouble risking her soul with everything else that's going on."
Exchange for what? Like, basically, like, if there's something else that we can do in exchange for Trouble not doing this?
Yes, in exchange for the king bringing Pierce back. We should at least hear what he wants. We haven't accepted anything yet. But my experience with these things is limited, but I don't think we should risk Trouble with everything that is happening right now.
But we've already got everything all set up.
It's a plan B.
Oh, don't worry. If it all fails and they die, then I give you my task and you can bring Pierce. I can bring Pierce back that way.
Well, there won't be a they if Trouble's soul gets ripped out and ripped in half.
Oh, again, I have contingencies. Everything will be fine.
Literally, you don't, but that's fine. I'm doing it anyway.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard doubt in your voice.
Like, I appreciate. No, I'm not the nice one. You want nice ones? You talk to the other ones. I'm the one with the crazy thing in the head. So I have a little bit of a pass to be a dick. And so if that's not something you're into, don't talk to me. I'm gonna keep doing this.
So how about this?
This is me attempting to be nice.
While Trouble resurrects Pierce and risks their own soul, why don't you tell us what you want in case Trouble's soul gets torn in half and 78% of an Eldritch Abomination tears through your castle?
don't think I like the way the tone has shifted.
Ooh.
It is a dangerous thing that is inside of trouble. We don't want to see that take over the Feywild, let alone everywhere else.
And as I said, my kingdom will be nice and safe from the entity inside our little friend.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yes, same.
Look, I just know he's wrong. I'm not even gonna inside check him. I'm like, you can be
Oh,
the
no.
leader.
I have thoughts as to why he might know he's right.
Yeah, I don't have that
Oh,
skills.
that's a
Insight?
7.
Let's see, what's my insight? Okay. Definitely worth burning this. 26.
There isn't even a slight bit of doubt. He knows what it is, and he knows how to handle it. How he
Okay.
knows that, you've no fucking clue.
Okay. But I know that he yeah, okay.
There
Gotcha.
there is no sense of fear in him.
Yeah.
Oof.
See,
Even at
me
this thing.
is thinking he knows. No, I used a psionic die on that. I rolled an 18 and then I rolled an 8 on the psionic to get that 26.
Well done.
Dang.
Anthony thinks there's a possibility he knows his kingdom is safe because he has some arrangement or deal of his own, but that's not something Laz is only picking up. He knows. There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And Trouble just knows that he's wrong.
That's fair. I apologize for my tone. My shift in tone was to give, so the Trouble could do this, but that we could cover 2 bases at once.
He holds his hand up. All is forgiven. Let's have the show.
Think it at me. Think it at me.
No. You don't get back in my head. That's no.
It's true. No, I'm not going to hear it. Just think it at me. I won't hear it.
I'll finish setting everything up.
Mhm.
It takes me a good while to get everything.
Yeah, I think it's like
It's an hour.
yeah.
It takes a while. I focus on getting all the things set up and
Mhm.
around. I put the idiot who thinks that a universe-ending thing isn't going to affect his castle, which is in the universe. I put him out of my brain because I'm like, all right, if I focus on that, we're gonna go down a well that's not good. So I focus in on Pierce and I start thinking about him and everything that's happened and my trepidation around him when he first showed up, lying, and then not being certain where he stood until later, and then the revelation of exactly what he stands for, who he stands to protect, all running through my mind as this is happening. And then I think of Lazarus and everything this man means to him and his family. As I finish arranging the components of this, and I place his soul on his chest and cast a spell.
While all this setup is going, Lazarus, Pierce's parents, do approach you.
Mm-hmm.
It is wonderful to see you are well.
It is excellent to see. Well, I wish there were better circumstances, but it's been a lot longer than I thought it had been.
I assumed your memories were given back to you. And he looks at his wife and I apologize. after all of the deception. You must understand,
Spot.
it was for not only your protection, but your whole family.
I worked for the king in the material plane for 18 years. I know all about necessary deceptions.
Well, though we don't deserve the forgiveness, I hope you find it in your heart sometime to do so.
I don't think that will be an issue. Assuming Trouble's soul doesn't get ripped in half.
Your friends are interesting ones.
They
No.
are fascinating and questionable and amazing. And I wouldn't have met any of them if it had not been for the deceptions. So, thank you.
You say thank you, and he kind of takes back at that. Like it was extremely unexpected to ever be thanked for that. That I am overjoyed to hear that. Your father, does he live?
Last I knew, yes. He's hanging out with an emissary of death at the moment. They have matters to attend to. All should be well. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned. Fuck.
An emissary.
So, yeah. Shit.
He does look over at Prince.
No,
That
not her.
explains some. Once this is over, however it ends, I would like you to come by my quarters. You and your friends are all welcome to stay there. There is enough room, and it is beyond comfortable.
So,
It is the least I can do.
sounds good. I think that will be very gratefully accepted.
Throughout all of this, Pierce's mother has not said a word, looked at each. She is looking at Pierce, and she has not once looked away. But she does eventually, during this conversation, without looking at you at all, reach over and take your hand. And it gives you a sense of comfort that you only ever feel when your own mother reaches out to you.
And I think without thinking it, and it's going to catch him by surprise, as soon as she takes his hand, he instinctively says, "Thanks, Mom." And when he hears his own voice say that, it's that weird fucking like three memories doing the same. Yeah. And is like, it feels right even in the surprise of saying it. And so it takes him, 30 seconds to process what he just said. But
While that's going, Lance does approach Trouble. This reincarnation, you mentioned my brother could lose his body.
Yes, he'll have another. I just can't guarantee it will be his. It'll be his new one. It won't be stolen from somewhere else. It'll be crafted by magic, but I can't entirely control it.
I don't know if he would approve.
You're welcome to find other ways. This is the one I have. I will not force it on him. I will not force it on you. This is the only way I have to help.
Is there a way to speak to him?
I don't believe I have one, but let me see.
Do we got some speak with dead? Do we got some speak with dead?
I don't think so.
Does Cash have that?
I can talk to plants. I don't think that'll help us.
Does
Are
he
there
have a
any
fungus
plants
growing
that can
inside of
speak with
him?
dead?
I can
Is it-
talk to animals. I don't think
Is there an animal that can speak with dead?
I'm just gonna. Hey, this tree has the speak with dead ability, so I'm gonna talk with the tree and then have the tree. Fucking
It's-
hell!
it's-
My
it's
brain just
literally-
went through fucking
Yeah.
leaps. and
I can
bounds
talk
with that.
to people. I can talk to plants. I can talk to animals. I cannot talk to dead things.
Does Lance know, or does? Well, I'm not
Like
in that
definitely not
conversation.
today, but I don't think I could do it at all.
Mhm.
I was just gonna say, since has been an hour, would we have had the chance to
This is
find out?
showing the hour.
Yeah, since it's
Yeah.
during the hour, would we have a chance to find out what exactly the king would want if we did not do reincarnation?
Can I ask him?
I think Caitlin ought to ask him that, given that.
Kaylin would.
Mhm. He's intently watching the setup when you go and mention this to him. A favor for what?
If we were to not do the reincarnate spell, being as I have known changelings in the past that have not done well when they have lost the ability to change, what is it that you would require of us if we were to make a deal with you to bring him back the way he is?
Well, a life for life, obviously, is usually the best way to go.
Well,
Can you define what that is exactly?
One moment.
When you said about changelings not doing well, I was like, a changeling without the ability to change is just a ling. And
Should
yeah,
become
sorry, Em, I
Chinese?
didn't see I didn't see your messages there.
I'll wait for the DM to come back.
Also, a halfling who gets scared half to death is a quarterling.
The psychic damage that Prince just took.
I apologize. I apologize. I'm not sorry, but I apologize.
That fun American game, was that fireworks or gunshots or an explosion? I don't know.
Yes.
Huh. Well, we'll deal with that when if we gotta deal with it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, yeah, he says, a life for a life. What did you respond to that? Sorry.
I asked for a definition, as in one life ends so another can live, or a life of servitude for his life.
Oh, I like where your mind goes.
I just would like clarification, if possible.
Would you like to serve me for life?
You know,
At
alternative.
the moment, not particularly,
Oh,
but things can
well,
always
you
change.
don't have to. I can always. And he reaches towards your ring. Since you
Cash
didn't
is gonna
want to-
pull
Pulls her
some
hand
incense out-
back.
Cass is
He
gonna go ahead and pull some
unfortunately is
incense out of a
not
pouch.
for bargaining with. I have my own goals with him, which perhaps we can come to an agreement on later after everything is sorted.
Oh, another deal. This day just gets sweeter and sweeter.
Cash
Is
just
that
gonna
the
pull some
only thing
incense out
that
of
you
a
would
pouch.
require? Or is there anything else?
Well, as just so happens, I have a friend, a family friend, who's having a bit of an issue with a missing person. So, if things go awry, I will send you all to go deal with that. You bring me that life, I give you Pierce's life. It's all win-win.
Would
You
it
know
be
what?
possible for us to accept that without trouble attempting reincarnation?
Oh, it's way too late for that. I'm very excited to watch this. You know how
Y'all
many
can hear me, right?
times one gets the opportunity to see a soul ripped in half? Not enough. Never enough.
Caitlin just glances at Laz.
I don't know if she thinks it's my fault or if she's like. But
She's like, in her mind, she's like, this is your uncle.
I just found that out like 3 days ago. Okay.
Mhm.
I did see, but I didn't hear that conversation either. But right now I'm like, what? I have a soul in my head. I at least have a like part of a mind in my head. Like he can have that. He
You
can
hear
have
me
a
now?
Drow assassin's mind if he wants.
Ask him.
I didn't hear that conversation.
No, I mean,
I
it's
mean,
a
she wasn't
whole
being
ass
very
hour,
quiet
dude.
about it. Yeah.
So you got time to ask him.
I don't know how much of it there is. I've got
What
an
do you ask him?
echo. I weirdly this is a really weird thing because I wouldn't
13,
ask
can you hear me
him
now?
until I ask the dude in my head. Because I'd be like, look, I have a potential way to get you out, but it might involve you being beholden to a Fey king. Now, I don't know your situation.
Your thought comes through. If you
Dude.
fucking try, I will find a way to cut off your balls and feed them to yourself.
Hold on, man.
That's unfortunate. And this is why I ask first. Good talk.
So y'all still can't hear me?
Now I can hear you, Zach.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
hear
we
you
can
now.
now.
Okay, good. Cash is like, fuck this. We've had a bunch of questions, so what's 5 more? He's gonna take incense, clap in his hand to light it, and walk up to Pierce's body and cast Speak with Dead.
Oh, there you go.
Hey!
I've been trying to say that for like
Hey.
5 minutes, so that's why I just rushed through it, because I've said it like 5 times.
Sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
joined the
sorry.
call.
Yeah, we could not hear you at all.
I didn't hear a
I
damn
know.
thing.
There we go.
No, we're all just ignoring you. Hey, I rolled a
Yeah.
10.
As a general rule, we don't ignore you on purpose.
I
No.
finally rolled a
I know.
10.
No, but I
Yay.
love the idea that Cash has been standing there the whole time going, I can speak with dead, and everybody is involved in their own shit and no one's hearing him.
Everyone's just in their own
And
conversations.
he's just like,
he's just
he's pulling out the materials. I can do it, guys.
finally
and we're
he's
like,
just like fuck y'all.
And he's just like, fuck it. He's gonna use
Whatever.
he's gonna clap his hands to a sound of thunder to light the fucking incense to get people to pay attention.
Fuck all
Maybe
you
the
all. I'm
dead
just
guy-
gonna do it.
he goes over. Maybe the dead guy will answer me.
You cast the spell and you watch a greenish blue energy swirl around Pierce and kind of form into and make his body slightly glow, and you hear and you have 5 questions.
Howdy, welcome back.
Well played.
Who wants to ask him the first question?
Trouble.
Trouble.
No,
I have
that-
a question.
Damn it, that
And
counted
that's
as a
one.
question.
That was not directed at him in any way.
Do not say a question. No questions. Unless
If-
it is important.
I have a way to bring you back from the dead. In doing so, it may change your body to a permanent form that would not have the same shifting capabilities, but you'd be alive again to experience your life, your family, your friends, to find a new way in the world. Would this be an acceptable outcome for you?
When you ask this question, Lance is over there. He's looking like intensely. You can tell very much that he doesn't want this. Like he
I don't
does
care what you
not
want.
want Pierce to lose his body.
I give zero shit.
Let's. Okay.
Pierce's life, Pierce's choice.
The body just to protect my brothers. Anything.
For certainty and clarity, I cannot guarantee you will be a changeling. In fact, it is very unlikely for you to maintain this body. It's far more likely you could end up as most anything else. I underwent this and went from a tiefling. Fuck me, I'm reading too many things. Speaking, I went from a. Sorry, I'm literally reading the list of what it can be and trying to.
Yeah,
That's how,
you're fine.
that's how confusing this
But-
is.
I went from a Kenku to a halfling. It was traumatic and terrifying. There were upsides. Are you willing to lose your shifting for another chance at life?
Knowing there are other options on the table.
Another deep, raspy. For life. For a chance at life. No. For my family. Yes.
Very well. I cede the rest of the questions to the group. I know what I need to know.
Next.
I believe we have two more.
Lance steps up. Who is it that removed your soul? Cult leader. Hooded one. Lance looks over at you guys. You know who this is? You do actually.
I know.
Recently
Trouble.
found out.
I don't think we would have told Trouble with
Yeah,
the...
I don't.
Got you.
Trouble wasn't the
They,
Dan. It was
they
probably
might.
one of those...
I don't.
Got you.
Yeah, yeah. Which is interesting because if we tell Trouble, one of the things the entity wanted to know was
Who?
about them.
They know who. They just don't know why.
They just don't know why. Okay, okay.
Mhm. Pierce looks at Trouble. Your friend could possibly lose her own life. In
We're
this
not
process.
We have mutual friends. Here's
Pierce
kind
or
of
Lance?
friends.
Are you willing to let them take that risk?
What? Who's asking this to who?
Lance is asking Pierce.
Pierce does not.
Essentially, is he
that call.
willing to
Let
go through with this
trouble
at risk of trouble?
risk. There's okay.
The body takes a few moments.
It will keep your brothers safe.
I refuse. The magic. Oh, there's one question, but no, that was it.
4 or 5. That
The
was 4
magic
good ones. And
fades as the light dims, and the body slumps back.
I risk my life every time I sleep. This is not new for me. Pierce does not get to make the call of what happens to me, only what happens to them. They have made their decision. Please step aside and let me work.
But they must
I
accept.
agree.
But their soul must accept to come back to the body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Their soul must accept to come back.
If he
I did not
refuses, then
accept this
it's.
body. I just accepted life. He does not need to accept the body he enters when he enters it. He only needs to accept life. It's what happened to me. He has chosen life.
Well, there's only one way to find out how this goes, isn't it? Let's begin the show.
My hands on Pierce and cast reincarnate.
The body once again begins to glow, this time with a different colored energy. This time a golden light mixed with greens and blues and purples, swirling around him. Three of you can contribute to the ritual to try and convince the soul to return. Lance steps up. I do not wish for you to sacrifice your own body for me. I don't want this. But I know how stubborn you are. And when I see you again, I'll be sure to punch you as hard as I can.
When Pierce said, "I refuse," was he saying, "I refuse to come back" because he didn't want to risk trouble?
Yes.
That's what he was saying.
On roll Arcana.
Let's see how bad this goes. Damn! Misty Mountain is kicking ass. That's a 19 on the die plus 1 for a dirty 20.
Gotcha. It doesn't matter now. The spell has started. Whether it completes or fails or succeeds or whatever, it's done. Like Trouble's, the barrel of the gun is at Trouble's head.
Again.
It's whether or not the bullet is in there.
Mm.
So
is this Fey roulette?
Yeah.
Lance rolled pretty good. I rolled decently well.
I look to Lazarus to see if he wishes to contribute.
I want to contribute, but I need to help Trouble. having understood Pierce's refusal, I want to try to reach out telepathically to Trouble, knowing that Trouble's going to try to block me out, but with literally the same level of gentle kindness that I showed to an eldritch abomination that I know is trying to eat this universe. And just basically, I don't even know if this, Laz has no clue if this would work, but wants to like telepathically be there as support for Trouble. In the crazy eventuality that something happens to Trouble's soul, to potentially try to pull Trouble out. In the same way that he did with the fucker in Zadash. I don't know what that is. So I guess Trouble feels a little knock on the door.
All of her attention and energy right now is on Pierce. She's not blocking the door. She's not answering either, but she's not stopping you. All of her attention is in the spell.
Then his mind, like a wind, is going to surround the housing of Trouble's mind telepathically, form some kind of insulation. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what his thinking is.
Prince is going to step up behind Trouble and put a hand on her shoulder and cast guidance on her. And she's going to look down at Pierce and slightly mumble her words, but just say, "You two are so stubborn. This must be what it's like when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Pierce, don't let her risk her life for nothing."
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, okay. What's my plus for that? Hopefully it's good. Oh, it is good. 23.
Oh shit. All right.
It's really good.
Did I need to roll something for what I was doing, or is that...
You were doing something with Trouble, not specifically to Pierce. So,
yeah.
I mean, do you now want to contribute for Pierce?
I'm more, as fucked up as it is, knowing the nature of death and coming back, Laz is more concerned with protecting Trouble in this moment, because Pierce can be brought back in other ways. And so he's trying to protect Trouble's mind and soul as much as can be done.
Then at this point, his mother steps up and reaches into her robe and pulls out a small rattle and places it on his chest.
Roll a childhood check.
I mean, it's persuasion, but okay. Where's my spike dice? Here we go.
Do you want me to roll for the body transformation, or do you want to do it?
You can go ahead.
Oh dear.
But let's... Okay. I just reached for my phone and grabbed the hex wizard. Fucking... Whoops! I will take a photo of what I rolled. The DC ended up 13. So I will
Pierce,
fucking mention that.
I can't give him shit for having died multiple times. I'm sure Laz has, knowing that he really has no right to give him shit. But
The spell comes to its culmination. The lights are going haywire. Trouble. A sensation creeps up your spine. The spell is backfiring. You start feeling a sense of impending doom.
I'm gonna do something so stupid.
I'm gonna give you the help action with it.
I'm gonna call to the little bastard, just subtly, and say, if I die here, they stop looking for you, and you won't be whole again. At least not anytime soon. Jesus, dog. Sorry. My dog went fucking haywire.
What?
So sad.
Little bastard!
Fuck!
Little bastard just barked at you.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Holy shit! That was beautiful and wonderful. I am so happy that happened. Holy
The timing.
shit. Okay. Well, that could not have gone any better in any sort of world. Jesus fuck. Okay.
Welcome to Mr. Mountain, where our dogs have jump scares.
Right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Crypts and Cryptids, where our dogs know exactly when to fucking freak out.
Sorry, there was a small child on a scooter who was going entirely too fast, and the dog did not like it.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm back.
You find yourself shifting into your mindscape, but it is fucked.
Usually.
The usual blankness of everything it is almost static cracking. There are rips and tears that keep forming. Everything, you feel no pain, but it is wrong. And sitting next to the tree is the best. Well. You're not fighting me. I like this. It stands up in the usual amorphous form, kind of does take a humanoid shape. It's still just this darkness, this void. But you see the smile. So beautifully white. Are you asking me for help?
Just informing you of the facts of the matter. If I die, they have no reason to keep looking for you. You won't come together nearly as fast. And who knows if you will at all. There are many forces fighting you now. You've alerted a lot of people to your presence. Just makes sense for you to keep me alive. At least for now. You know we're trying to kill you. You know that's our plan. I have nothing to hide from you, even if I could. But I'm also aware that at the moment there's nothing we can do to stop you. So if you want your plans to function, keep me alive.
I'll make you a deal.
Ooh, I don't love that, but speak.
You give me 10 minutes. No fighting, no arguing, and no listening.
1.
Ten.
60
5 minutes then.
2.
3 minutes. Final offer.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
Wonderful.
At the end of the 3 minutes, I am exactly where I start, and my friends are fully unharmed.
I have no intention of harming anyone.
That is not a promise. It is a statement of opinion. At the end of the 3 minutes, I am exactly where I started, unharmed, and so are my friends. They don't need to be exactly where they started if they started walking. They moved of their own volition. That's fine. But you did not move my friends. I am exactly where I started, and they and I are unharmed.
Fair enough.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done, and I shake his hand.
As you do, he expands into this size that you can't even comprehend. You watch the tears and splits stop and slowly mend. The sense of doom sinks away, replaced only with the sense of fear of what does this thing want in 3 minutes. Your mind returns, and Pierce's body remains still as the magic fades. Tears fall from Pierce's mother. She looks up at you. Her mouth moves, but you hear nothing, whether it's she has no voice, she can't form sound, whatever it is. You see her mouth move and you read enough. Thank you for trying.
I wouldn't thank you yet.
As his father comes and just kind of takes her, holds her shoulders and looks at you as well and just nods. Well, that was underwhelming. But I'm glad you're okay.
I don't look at him at all. I look directly at Lazarus, Kaylin, and then Sato. Whatever you do, do not leave my side. I promised it. I promised it 3 minutes from my life. I have no idea what it's going to do, but you will be safe. Guaranteed, it's part of the deal. So do not leave my side. I will not know what happens. And I do not know when he will claim it.
Suddenly, this got much.
I don't care. I genuinely don't care about being polite. I genuinely don't care that you are king. This is literally about the fate of the universe. Let me speak my piece before he comes. I will apologize or do whatever I need to later. You are the strongest we have. You're the smartest we have. Do not leave my side. Do not give him what he wants. And I turn to Prince. Oh, I promised him 3 minutes, but I hope I see you again. I don't trust him to keep his deals.
Well, if I have permission to speak in my own hall. Did you ever verify when these 3 minutes will be taking place?
I literally just said I didn't. That's why I told him not to leave me.
You have a lot to learn about making deals. Speaking of which, I have someone who needs some help. And if you provide that help, I'll bring it back. Sound good to everyone?
Laz is going to say something. Anthony's writer brain isn't working. He says something profound in the last second before he mentally disconnects from trouble. Not profound, but more like we got you. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna
Comforting.
say, but he's gonna disconnect, knowing that's probably the last time she's ever gonna let him connect. And turn around to face the king with 0 words. But the I don't know who's ever seen the look on his face. Probably Aiden, probably Pierce. Probably most of the people who've seen the look on his face are dead. But he's not going to get into a fight with a king in his own court.
He walks up
So
to
where's
you.
this? Mm-hmm.
Do you have something to say, Lazarus?
I have nothing at all to say, Your Highness. I'm sorry. I've spent a lot of time in Wildmount. My accent has been changing.
You're as terrible of a liar as your father. How's he doing, by the way?
Did you say, how is he?
How is he doing? Yeah.
He's alive. I've also heard that I am as vengeful as my mother. Both
Your
both of them.
mother. She is wonderful. I only met her briefly, but I like her. Which is why you're still alive.
I imagine that a man as gracious as yourself would never begrudge a soldier his thoughts.
Oh,
which is why I
please.
have
Flattery will get
nothing
you
to say.
everywhere with me.
So who is this friend who needs help, and how shall we find them for you?
Well, technically, it's not my friend. The queen stands and walks forward. It is me you will be doing the favor for he and I are one. Come with me.
When Laz turns, the 0.3 of a second it takes him to turn his head from the king to the queen, his entire expression shifts to just not happy, but like, all right, we're gonna help the nice one now.
She walks. A couple servants are with her. You all are there, and the king just goes, "Well, ta-ta for now. Try not to die out there." Oh, and Prince, is it?
Yes.
Laz,
If I see you in my halls again, I'll pluck you apart. Am I clear?
Crystal.
Wonderful. Be sure not to forget it. As you all...
as soon as the king said Prince, Laz stopped. He didn't turn to look at him. But as we then continue out, Laz is standing still until Prince gets to him and is taking her hand and making a very fucking strong visual point as they walk out of that room.
Okay. You follow the queen to what essentially is kind of like a lounge room. I'll put it. There's a lot of like opulent couches and chairs and beautiful decorations and paintings, and the amount of colors, and there's light in the room, but you've no idea where the light is coming from, but it is beautiful. The queen sits in one of the kind of like one of those chairs that you see, like the therapist chairs, you know what I mean, you know, lounge couch thing chair. She drapes herself across that. She snaps her fingers, and you hear the sounds of hoofbeats as a man walks in with a purple and blue sash, horns that curl up on his head, and abs for days. This is one of my men, one of my most trusted. Introduce yourself. The man walks up, and you now notice the lower half is that of a goat. For those that recognize, this is a satyr. My name is Survive. I humbly ask help in finding one of my children.
Which one?
Remind me of the three names. For those that don't know, this is Meg's character from the previous campaign.
It's Remen,
Who had
Rain,
triplets
and
with
Remen, Rain, and River. Sorry, my dog's freaking out at a kid on the scooter again.
Rain is the one missing. He looks haggard, exhausted, like he has not slept in months.
Oh, so his infants.
Yeah, he has triplets. What do you fucking expect? They went missing. A few days ago, and I am unable to find them. We're not sure who took them or why. I've exhausted all my options. The Queen. If you locate Rain and return him to Survive, then you will consider payment done, and my husband will return Pierce to life. Is that clear?
That sounds reasonable to me. Laz?
Cap's having difficulties.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Cap's not having difficulties.
Okay.
Laz is having difficulties.
Sato? Cash? Prince? trouble.
I consider the matter closed then. Good luck.
What question? You've just been given a name. Do we have any kind of descriptors? Other people looking? Location to
survive. You twist his hand, and this minor image of a child. Meg or Tiff, who wants to describe?
Tiff, you want to tell about our kids?
Oh God.
What do they see when they see Rain?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Meg. I do believe we discussed that they were satyr in appearance. However, they had random patches of blue fur. I don't know what you're picturing them age-wise, DM. So,
Around 12.
okay. Rain absolutely, in that image, has the mischievous grin of his father. He's a troublemaker at heart.
Has his mom's eyes.
Bit of a ne'er-do-well.
He would fit in, yes.
He's a little wild and rambunctious, but he is a good boy. I just want him safe.
I feel like Tiff has said that about Tundra a couple times.
Yep.
Prince has kept a hand on Aja's shoulder this whole time, just staying with her. Do you know whereabouts where we've lost them? Any direction?
We were in the castle. One morning we woke up and they were not in their bed.
We?
Me and my wife and my other 2 children. They're triplets.
Oh boy.
Oh. So we can get a descriptor. We just need to look at one of the others.
You showed us a picture.
Yeah. He's showing you the minor illusion, but yes, absolutely.
Well, it is a minor illusion because it's a kid.
Ha 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 ha. Take the inspiration, bitch. Yes. Yes. I'm upset it took that long for any of us to get that. But I am happy. I'm even gonna pretend that I did that on purpose.
That's what I'm going with.
The way I want to ask every question about him and his wife now is aggressive.
The fun part is you can ask and then you can then answer.
I know.
Properly in the
What happened to your accent? Where'd you go?
I'm just really tired.
I have triplets.
No,
Yeah, I traded it for triplets.
How did
Switching from
being tired
switching
take you
material
from French
to
to
fake
American?
plane, switching planes, it kind of fucks with the voice, you know.
How did it take you from a really terrible French to just like an American? What? How'd your voice drop that hard after puberty? Like well after puberty?
You sound like you're from Iowa.
What's up with that?
Listen,
Except for, I don't know any of that information about him. Except I don't even
know.
know.
Your child, stop making fun of him.
That's true.
Don't kill my kid. Don't kill my kid.
That's
Don't
up to
kill
you guys. Depends on if you find him.
Laz is fully ready to take on whatever. Would rather deal with whatever the fuck took this kid then the king for another 15 seconds.
Me as Meg is more afraid of Lily's reaction than this demon that will kill the universe. I don't care about little bastard at all. I'm terrified of Lily.
Vive leads you all down the hall a little ways, and there's a door, and he puts his hand on it. Now, before we go in here, I want to warn you. My wife is the most wonderful creature that has ever walked any plane ever.
Smoking.
She also is currently missing her child and is a bit perturbed by the situation. Delicate. Yes?
I
Certainly.
don't know. We just
Wonderful. Great. God, we have that established. And he opens the door. My love. And he quickly shuts it as you hear a shatter. And then he opens the door. I have come with guests. They are here to help us. And you look at a beautiful,
hottest
a
hottest one,
beautiful
Genasi, you ever
goddess, Genasi. Just fucking
Stop ogling my wife.
Oh my
But
God.
also, please continue ogling my wife.
Beautiful. She looks like she's been in the same dress for the last a few days. Her hair is an absolute mess. And she looks like she's been crying the entire time. There is not a single decoration in this room that has not been destroyed. Plant vases, glasses, the window is shattered. Fucking everything is broke. Tantrums, anger, absolute fucking rage has ripped through this room. And she turns. Who is it?
Honey, did you dirty?
It's the ne'er-do-wells.
And what the fuck do you think you're going to do?
We're gonna find your kid.
She looks at Vive, who just goes. Yeah, just,
I mean, I'm not here to convince you we're gonna find your kid. You're obviously pissed off. Like, I fully understand that. I'm just telling you we're gonna find your kid. Like, continue. Absolutely. Like, if you need, well,
does
you
a
know.
17 hit?
No.
A candle
I have an
flies
eight.
straight to your head. You
No,
Duck
I don't
that
duck
shit.
at all. I don't duck at all. It whizzes right by. I don't duck at all. Because it only misses by one. So it's very close.
Stop talking. Find him. And you all just Vibe just, and we're going this way. This way is the children's room. Let's go. Let's keep moving, and we're moving, and we're moving. Another door is opened, and it's another like antechambered room, where 3 beds are. One on the left side of the room, center, and then the right. Each section of the room is decorated beautifully, very separately. These triplets are 3 very different people. The one close to the window, the bed is not made. And he points to that bed.
My investigation is shit. I have a +1.
Did anyone hear anything that morning? Did the other kids see anything?
No. Believe me, I wish I had more to go on. We woke, and this is what I walked into. My other two were asleep in their beds, and I checked on them like I do every morning, and I saw Rain's bed was empty. I looked around for him, and I never found him.
Does he have
You have
any
good-
friends in the castle?
His siblings, there is a few other children about, children of servants that live here, that he plays with. I've done all investigating that I possibly can in the castle. I have not left here.
How long has
Kaylin
he
will
been
take
missing?
a look around. Sorry.
Okay, while you're going
No,
look
you're
around, he says, a week today.
Does Kaylin want help looking around, or
That's a 17 investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna use my goggles to see if there's anything that I see through that, just in case.
Roll perception.
Me?
With your investigation, you do see that there isn't much evidence. It doesn't look like there was any sort of fight or any sort of struggle. So either the kid got up and went. The whatever took him sleeping. Unfortunately, that's about all you get.
Just
From-
to cover our bases, I'm certain Vibe's already done this, but just to cover our bases, put my hand on kid's bed and cast locate creature. See if he's within 1,000 feet.
You do not sense any pull.
Figured, but
No,
Double
do you happen to?
it was worth a shot.
I'm
You
gonna
happen
keep
to
it
have-
up for the next hour as we do shit,
Mhm,
just
yeah.
in case.
Do you happen to have sending?
Maybe.
Ash does.
Cash.
I don't today is the honest answer. I might
Yes.
have it overall, but I don't today.
We've seen a minor illusion. Does that count as familiar with?
You can try.
I mean, like, again, I assume Vive would have tried that too, but
Oh.
Cash will go ahead and try.
Okay.
just,
You
has-
reach out to the child, and say, what do you say to him?
You don't know me, but I'm trying to help your father. We're trying to find you.
I want you to roll I'm going to make it a religion check.
I don't like that.
I know it's 25 words per go.
Because he's
I got
cleric.
it.
Okay.
I was going to say Arcana, but
Mhm.
religion check
Fair.
makes sense for Cash.
Religion check while casting sending sounds like you're trying to find someone who's dead.
No, no.
Yeah.
Dirty
I
20.
didn't mean to imply that. You sense the spell connect. There is no reply.
Fair enough. Then he'll
You-
tell Vive that he was able to connect, but he did not get a reply to sending.
I have had the same experience. I've tried multiple times, every day.
Prince with her goggles got a dirty 20.
20.
Dirty 20s all around.
The only thing different that you would notice is faint traces, like an echo of a soul leading out the window. Something about how your abilities have changed. You're seeing where they have been and where they may have gone. When the trail, it's kind of like this wispy, smoky
She follows it to the window.
trail. You follow that. When it gets to the window, you see two.
Does she also
From-
follow it to the wall?
as sweat drips down Vibe's balls.
Eh.
I regret the
Why does
joke
it-
now.
They're
Oh.
so furry.
Why
They're
does it
so
smell like-
furry. That's a lot of sweat for it to properly drip because it's all
Yeah.
furry.
Why does it smell like wet cashmere in here?
I see two different paths.
You see two different souls at once the window's reached, and then they trail off. Looking out the window, you're kind of higher up. You can see the expanse of the Feywild. It is one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. The colors that don't even exist in the material plane, the way they shift and move, the way the sun shines, and it overwhelms you for a few moments. But you watch this trail disappear into the woods.
Do I have a general direction, or am I too turned around with
You have a
this?
general direction.
Okay. Survive. And she's gonna stop and hate that she just said that. But did this is gonna sound weird. Did your child have a visitor or like a friend that they were playing with? Guys, I don't know how, but I can tell that he went out the window and went towards the forest, but there's two souls that went that way.
So did the one line diverge, or is
No,
it like
one
one line?
one
gets
line went from the bed to the window, and once the window was reached, two lines were there, and they left.
So
Like
something
somebody-
came up
Yeah.
to the window
The,
and
the kid
lured
went
him
up to
out.
the window, and someone was there,
Yeah, like
and then they left together.
somebody was coming to visit.
Mm. Up here. So it was something that could fly.
Are we like
Yeah, so
second
will it-
story, third story?
Probably about like fifth or sixth story.
Oh
Like,
shit!
you're
It
a
was-
ways up.
Can you tell? Do the chemtrails, do the soul trails look similar in a way where you could be like, okay, he is a satyr and this is also like a corporeal humanoid. Oh, okay.
I can't tell the difference between that.
That
Okay.
that feels racist to call one soul different than another.
Yeah.
Well, I was asking because a will-o'-the-wisp is not a humanoid. I was talking in terms of like it might have been a creature other than a humanoid. I've been in the Feywild, Vive.
Do you know of
Sorry.
anyone that would have coaxed him away?
Do you know where you are?
Vaguely.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was hoping
All right, well,
to, narrow down the options, but okay.
There are so many.
I'm gonna walk. Is the window? Is it like on hinges,
Mhm.
or it's not? I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna push the one thing out, turn around, kind of sit back on it, and then just lean back and tip myself and fall out the window.
Vibe just. Huh.
Kaylin jumps forward for a second and is just like, hey, when he does that.
Oh, this is a normal.
Yes, unfortunately.
He's one for the dramatics.
I have some friends like that. It's fine.
You are a person like that. Okay.
I was gonna say that's his whole MO.
It's fine.
We don't know
After-
that. We don't know that.
She goes, it's fine.
You ain't
After
telling
meeting
that.
the king, after the meeting the king, I can definitely tell that he's his nephew.
Oh shit! Really?
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why we're the ones that are helping you.
Listen, I was told people showed up that would be able to leave the castle to help, so I'm just taking the help that I can get. Even crazy dumbasses that jump out of a fifth-story window.
I
Yes.
fell and I have a ring of feather falling.
You also have wings.
Vibe's also
Oh,
a goat. He'd also just like fucking step out the window and walk down the brick like
Yeah.
a fucking like
Oh, I'm not.
crazy ass is what Vibe would do. So like jumping out the window, not the craziest thing he's
No.
seen.
That's why he kind of just like, for a
He's like,
second, he
"Ah."
was like, huh, and then just accepted it and moved the fuck on.
You know, I would
You
not
guys-
use the wings in that instance. I'm using the ring of feather falling. So he just flopped and then was like, whoop, woo.
So, we should probably catch up with him. Find your child before anything else happens.
Yes.
Mhm.
Bring him back. Please. Bring him back. I don't know what the king has promised you. I don't much care. I want my child.
We'll do what we can.
He nods. You all make your way downstairs,
Yep, I'm gonna take the stairs.
however you wish. Fucking Sato, you have dope monk shit. You want to join? You just want to join last? You probably can. You have slow fall, don't you?
Sato, you with us? Or no? Difficult technically. Can I ask a random question?
Mm-hmm.
Did Lily have her staff?
Not on her.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, because if she did, there's no reason this castle should be standing. Just
No. That
Five.
Don't forget about your
Five
mother's
minutes.
present, love, the tiny
He
dragon.
says he's talking and none of us can hear him.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More difficult technically.
Vive hid the staff because he's like, she'll
Yes.
literally destroy this entire castle.
Yes,
Mhm.
100%.
Mhm.
Look, he loves his little lily pad, but sometimes she's fucking crazy.
Mhm. She got the cry.
He loves his girl, but he also wants to live.
Yeah, he put a special incantation on it so that locate object could not find it.
He loves
And then
his
put it on
baby
another plane of
pad,
existence.
but goddamn.
Um,
Look,
He
she's
and
put up with
subsequently me are far more afraid of her than anything else.
Laz, you reach the ground pretty quickly. What are you doing down there? It's
Literally just waiting.
It's gonna be a minute before everybody.
I can't see the trails. I mean, I guess, but see, I know there's a way that I could potentially see the trails, but I also don't want to use that. I could cast Blink out. No, I can't. Wait, I don't think I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. We had a long rest. I can cast Blink out of the kiss of the. He's thinking this. He's like, well, I mean, I can't see the things, but I could cast Blink. But
By the
then I
time he's
use
done
that
thinking,
ability.
the catch
So-
up with you.
It's less just being able to see the ethereal realm, and more just her Reaper abilities that allowed her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's like he's
'Cause you gotta
processing through all
remember,
that.
before you guys came in here, she finished her second task.
Yeah. Yep.
So stuff changed.
I also like the idea that he gets to the ground and he's like, it's that moment after you've made what you think is a dramatic moment, and then you're like, all right, now I gotta wait for them.
Huh.
Fuck. Yeah.
No,
Like that. I'm sure that looked cool when it happened, but now I'm down here. They're gonna take the stairs. They're probably gonna like somebody's gonna have to use the bathroom. They're gonna bump
you
into
know, a couple
somebody.
of us
Vibes.
could, but Cash is gonna grab Trouble and like flying Nimbus down with levitate.
Whee!
Hey, there you are. That's pretty cool.
You guys reach down. I would assume Sato hops down. I mean,
Takes
Good
Kaylin again.
Sato.
In answer to your question, yes.
Yay! we
He's
got-
back! Yay!
He's got Kaylin on this arm and
He
Prince
has
on
risen.
this arm and just hops out the window.
you all,
I accept
the last three vibes just like, there's stairs, right?
Nope.
Fuck it.
This is
Have a good
quicker.
time. What were you saying, Jenma?
I will take the stairs.
This is quicker.
You all are down there, and are free to follow the trail.
So this way, I guess I'll lead, but somebody else keep an eye out for weird fey traps.
Is the trail in the air or on the ground?
On the ground.
Okay. So I guess I will investigate as we're walking, looking for any signs of
Mhm.
distress or struggle or
Go ahead.
I
anything
will
like
look
that.
for traps, particularly specifically pressure plates and glyphs of warning.
Fair enough.
Or just looking out for random horny fae that want to make a deal.
No, that was upstairs.
Yeah.
There are more. of
Okay,
them.
there.
I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Oh.
You don't see any evidence of any trail at all.
We're perfectly safe. Well, that's a 5, so I'm going to use Chatspiration. That's an 8, so I'm going to use DM Inspiration. I never use them, so I'm just going to burn through them. That was so DM Inspiration. That's a nat 20.
There you go. I was gonna say I'm gonna laugh. It's a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Nat
all my
20.
inspirations are gone. We're good.
Um, Prince starts walking forward, and you instantly grab her
That-
because you notice there are traps all around the castle.
Yeah.
You think
I
he could
forgot,
warn us about
It's more you remembered.
I was just gonna say, he's. I don't remember the king's name. Brennan, King Brennan. He's cautious isn't the right word. Insane's probably closer, but he knows what he's doing, so it's not actual insanity.
You guys start making your way safely through the traps as Laz kind of is able to guide you guys with an at 20. no real issues.
I would
We're
debate
walking
that
like in-
Sandy's on a spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're walking like in Dune, where they're like,
Yeah.
So we listen to Fatboy Slim while we do it.
Hell yeah. You start making your way into the woods, following the chemtrail. As you get into through there, there is eventually a trail that you end up finding, a dirt road. You're not entirely sure how well used it is, but you start following it, realizing the soul trail also meanders its way through this eerie looking forest with plants that are way too big or way too small, give off scents that are just immaculately wonderful. Little lights that seem to dance throughout the forest itself. Purple flowers that bloom once the sun goes down and start giving off its own beautiful light. Like natural lanterns that light your way through the forest. As everybody's walking, is anyone having conversations or whatnots?
Prince is keeping an eye on trouble, just not watching for when, the 3 minutes happens, but more just making sure she's all right. Even though I know the answer is she's never all right, but making sure that
As all right as she can be.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm also maintaining for this next hour the locate region.
At no point does it ping for you.
Kaylin, want to say anything? She will probably notice Laz. The way that Laz saw her jaw clenched up in anger, he's got a his expression has a certain set to it. I feel like he maybe had when his memories were restored a little bit of a rosier memory. He had that childhood growing up with Pierce doing goofy things in the Feywild, and then he got back here and he was like, "Oh yeah, politics."
I mean, if they're moving for an hour, unless she has to like sit and do it, she would probably resummon Maz. I don't know if I have to sit to do that or if I can like.
It is like a ritual you have to do, so it's not something you can do while
Then
moving.
I don't do that.
Well, interesting question. When you do find familiar, isn't it a Fey spirit?
It is.
Could she just think out telepathically into the Feywild and be like, "Yo, man,
You know.
Yo, bitch, where you at?
You know. Roll a intelligence is your spellcasting modifier, yeah?
He's right behind you.
Roll intelligence.
$17.
17. You essentially like put the call out. Reaching out to Mazikeen as you make your way through this forest. You do after the sun has gone down and the purple flowers begin to bloom, you start to notice there is like this light that is following you specifically.
Can I investigate it?
You stop and it stops. It's like a light, maybe this big, and it floats over and goes up against your face.
Laz, do you know what this is?
Do I know what it is? Because if he doesn't, his fingers are crackling with like a potential dagger.
This is a Fey spirit.
It is a face spirit. Do you? I mean, you're telepathically connected with Maz, right? Can you think at it and see if it will respond? Because I'll cut it off like a fucking face hugger if I need to.
God damn.
It doesn't like stay on your face. It just kind of like nuzzes against.
I think it's booping your snoot. I think it's giving you
It
head
boops.
boops, but like,
It
yeah, I
goes
don't
over
know.
and boops you.
She'll think at it. Maz?
Wonderful to see you in my own home.
Ooh.
You scared me.
I know.
Okay.
That's fair.
It had to get back at you at all the times it like just got like snuffed out.
Oh, when you left it places, yeah.
You got me
Or
crushed.
that sweet vengeance.
What is it?
That
I got her.
last thing we fought definitely had a crush on me.
Oh no, Maz says puns.
I knew it.
What
The
does
face
what
spirit.
does-
What do you expect?
What does it look like exactly? Is it just a ball of light?
A golden snitch.
Mm.
Not unlike a will-o'-the-wisp, but less
Okay.
less wispy.
Like a Patronus before it really forms.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Mr. Burns going through the forest after his radioactive treatment.
When you summon a familiar, you decide what shape it takes. In the Fey realm, it doesn't have one.
Can it
True.
decide what shape it takes?
Or is
Or is
this
it
is
unable to in the Fey realm?
I don't know. Pretty cool.
What happens if something attacks you here? Do you die?
I don't know.
No.
I gotta look up stats for this, I guess.
There's no stats for it. I just came up with it myself, so
I don't know, there might be.
maybe.
There
Only one
are
way to find out.
there are
Get
stat
the
blocks
fight.
for a Fey Spirit. Do I know this because I have a summon spell that has a stat block for a Fey Spirit? Yes.
I bet you I have it then. Fey spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Armor class 12 plus the level of
Okay.
the spell.
hmm
Okay.
So it does have.
At least it has like 30 hit points and not like 3
Yeah.
or 2 or whatever it is.
That yeah.
40-foot speed, which is essentially a fly speed because it just.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Mazakine is with you as you all keep making your way through. Prince kind of leading the way. You eventually get the feeling you're being watched, Prince.
I try to subtly motion to the group to look around. And I'm going to slide my goggles back down to try to take a look.
Roll perception checks.
I have
Down to
advantage.
3 psionic dots.
Ooh, that's better.
Yeah.
18.
Can use a luck point. Damn! Beautiful luck point.
Yeah.
So that's a nat 20 and a psionic die of 5, so 25.
Fucking hell.
17 for me.
I mean, I don't have psionic dice, so I can't be cool
Laz.
this round, but 23.
Nice.
Laz and Cash, the two of you hear rustling in the bushes near you, up along the small cliff sides. Laz, you look at the right moment in the right spot, and you see a set of glowing white eyes. You turn, look at another bush, and there's another set, and another, and another. You then feel more than you hear. A low, deep growl.
Oh boy.
It turns into almost a purr. Cat-like. You've heard this before. Roll a history check.
Uh-oh.
I
And
so
Gemma,
want.
Dustin doesn't growl so good. Can you growl for us?
Yeah, go ahead, Gemma.
You said history.
Thank you.
I knew that would work. 18.
Boy! Oh!
Use another luck point. 2. Oh, okay. One more
two.
luck point. That's a 5 or a 2.
Can we get a
so-
wet floor sign over at next
Ooh.
place, please?
Also, you're welcome, chat.
My dog is like being needy, so I turn on my camera so I can get down on the floor with her. But
Well, then you were already in position.
Yep.
That's a 22.
Enough far to fall.
A 22. You remember
And I have 1 luck point left.
some time ago. Feels like ages. When you all had your first soiree out in adventuring. There was a certain beast you all faced. A displacer beast. And you remember this sound as one steps out into the road, and it is larger than any you have ever seen in your entire life.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucking eaten.
And that is where we're going to end this episode.
Can we give it 10 more seconds and can Cash point to his displacer cloak and be like, I'm sorry, was this your cousin?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's piss it off. Great.
They Why do you think they sniffed you out?
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
attempt to talk to the kitty.
I was just gonna say, I want to scratch it. Give me scratches.
It wasn't give us scritches. Very long, lethal scritches.
I've had this planned, buddy.
Oh,
I'm
it's
trying to
I
talk
had
to
this
the
planned
kitty.
for so long.
The last
I
kitty.
knew you guys had to go to the Feywild where displacer beasts are from. And you're wearing one on your back, buddy. Like a big old
it's
fucking
okay.
target.
Hey, guess what? Cash could use some new boots.
Oh dear God.
That's
We're
fine.
gonna die.
That depends on if you survive this.
Well, we haven't rolled initiative, so as soon as that thing steps out, this will be the beginning of the next episode. Laz will roll stealth.
Raziel.
Raziel, Razarus
Razor.
is going to roll stealth. Well, let me look at the map though. Okay, there's kind of areas. We'll see. We'll get there.
Oh boy.
All right, real
I'm
quick,
just
chat.
saying.
Make sure you got your tickets in for the giveaway.
Ooh, there's a giveaway.
Last time we had to fight one of these and Cash killed one. He had disadvantage on it. Now they have disadvantage on him as well. We got an even playing field.
See, here's the thing. Does that work on displacer beasts?
Mm.
Rules is written,
Even that-
yes.
Hmm.
But
Look, the KD ratio is still 1-0. So
Yeah. We'll see if that
But
continues.
rules RAI, otherwise known as rules as ignored. No.
Rules as I say. I don't give a fuck.
It's a special kind of displacer beast.
I'm
It's a special kitty.
maybe like a thought of mine is like displacer beast.
ooh, can I get a displacer cloak
Maybe they
plus
can't.
1?
I don't know. I'll roll for it and we'll find out. Anyway, real quick before we do anything else, mentioning our sponsors, Dark Crescent Studios, who is doing the giveaway tonight, and we appreciate you and you're wonderful. We also have the Narrative Universe TTRPG, where you can go to their Discord and play their text-based D&D-esque type game. Which, by the way, also they have like a book that they written with it. Miss Kurtwise, I believe, mostly wrote it. It was Miss Kurtwise. I gotta double check on that, but like they actually have physical copies that you can buy now, and it's nifty as fuck. You can literally do anything on that game. It's impressive. Oh, you already did. You did. Thank you. Look at that. Ahaha. Look at the authors. Was it, or is it co-wrote? Yes. See, I know my stuff. How dare I doubt me?
Also, a reminder: if you buy physical media, the people who make it can't revoke it later, like Ubisoft.
Exactly. All hail the Nut RPG. Nut.
Now, if you break that game, do you?
The best part of that is Orsak, the guy that created it, did not think about that at all. Oh, fucking not at all. I remember the post.
You know, a lot of people don't think about that. Like, a client is United Titanium Incorporated. You know, most people. As you go, yep. Yeah, most people don't associate UTI with titanium.
Nope, that's not what those initials mean.
It's like y'all couldn't rage that like any other way.
Now, if you do something to try to break the game, do you bust a nut?
Yeah, you gotta bust the nut. And when you open the book, you're cracking the nut open. Anyway, for the giveaway, Wildfire _40 won the giveaway. So we will reach out to you and we'll get you connected with Dark Crescent Studios and we'll get you those dice, buddy. Which I saw earlier. They also subscribed earlier too, so I also appreciate that. Yeah, holy crap. Also, there's a 15% off code to Dark Crescent Studios, just like the 10% off code for Misty Mountain Gaming.
I think it's 15, yeah.
Both places
15,
is cake. Which to remind everybody, the next episode of Roll for Cake is Wednesday, and we get to find out what's going on with that. I'm so excited because stuff happened, and I talked to the players while we were at the gathering. Fucking Panic came up to me and was like, "Hey, I got ideas," and I'm like, "Bet, let's go over here where no one else is." We fucking sat and talked for like 10-15 minutes about some stuff. That man has horrible ideas, and I'm so excited.
The man who made such a menacing paddle has horrible ideas.
Yeah, right.
For those that were there and saw the Roll for Cake panel, I mentioned this, and I'm going to mention it now, so it's on stream. I believe I have mentioned it before. When this stuff comes out for Rattles, it's Mark's fault, not mine. I didn't come up with this. This was all him. My only percentage in it is I said yes, which I would argue is only like 2-3%. This is 97%. No panic. Not my fault. So when everyone is dealing with whatever emotions come out of it, be aware. Not my fault. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody get that?
It's all your fault.
Fucking hell.
It's your fault because you helped put this group of lunatics together.
I didn't do
You
shit.
killed
That was
Jade,
Norse.
therefore everything that's happened since then is your fault.
Hey, that putting the group together was Norse.
You
Chaz,
killed
still not my
Jade,
fault.
that turned it into a campaign.
It's still not my
Your
fault.
Your fault.
Are we doing
got
the
to
cake?
end of the one shot, and they were all like, "So we're gonna make this a campaign now, right?" And then the chat blew up, and we're like, "Campaign." Wasn't my fault.
So the cake cutter, that's in July?
Yeah.
Yes. So there will be video
We're
of that.
currently up
Are we
to
gonna
4.
are we gonna put oh damn. Are we gonna put that on I'm pointing at my fucking laptop. Are we gonna put that
You said July
here?
4th?
Like,
No.
can we? Like, legally?
I mean
Might get you
that's true.
demonetized. You can put it on
That's
your
true.
You
Patreon.
might
yeah.
you might have to subscribe to our Patreon.
That's more of a Patreon / OnlyFans kind of content right there.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Correct. We do have so for those who missed the I called it CakeCon 2024, the panel is recorded. Mark is the one who has the worst audio in it, but it is recorded. I don't know when or
He
where we're
wouldn't
going to
put
make
the
it available.
microphone to his mouth.
I know he's like,
Yep. It's like all the way
But,
over here.
but there is a recording of it, so it will be eventually available in some form.
I believe we are posting that to the Patreon, yeah. At the very least. So that should be on there before too terribly long.
Oh wait,
Oh,
So,
speaking of roll
Teeny-
for cake, we just a reminder we also have the Crypt Encrypted symbol and the roll for cake symbol as stickers on my Etsy store, OHCRIT, OH_CRIT. And if you use promo code roll for cake, all one word, you get 20% off.
Okay, 20%? Jesus.
I'm
Nice.
generous.
Look at you.
And most of my items have free shipping.
Fuck yeah. All right. Shit. I didn't
So-
think 20%. I thought it was 15 like everybody else, but look at you.
No,
So
I love the people that watch our stuff.
Yeah. People are that
Teeny
watch
said-
our stuff are nifty. Autumn messaged earlier today. Yeah, there's the Crypt Encrypted one. Autumn messaged
Made
earlier
by
today. Her and
Meg.
Ellis went to the Portland Renaissance Fair. Apparently, there was a shit ton of people that watch Roll for Cake that come up to them.
Nice. That is
It's
awesome.
backwards, but
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
They were there, and how did she put it? Because it was funny. There is an exorbitant amount of people in Oregon at Oregon Ren Fair that know about Roll for Cake.
and then
Amazing.
So,
the last one.
yeah.
Teeny said that we need to do multiple angles, different camera angles for the cake cutting. I had this idea of essentially doing bullet time like they did in The Matrix. We'll have 16 people in a circle, all recording on their phones, and then we'll cut it together so it just goes.
Yeah, but they got to pay extra for the ones behind me.
Yeah, oh well, yeah, obviously. That's going on the OnlyFans.
Right.
Slow-mo panorama.
So
panorama.
funny thing for those that didn't know, during the nerd prom, I was whipped a few times by a few people.
Oh, yes, you were whipped at
oh,
least 5 times. So I watched it.
7
You got-
different people.
you-
I counted.
No, hold on. You got the belt folded in half
Mhm,
by Autumn,
mhm.
and then you got the belt
Well, I got her hand too.
lengthwise as a whip by Norse 5 times because he counted.
Mhm. I got a Cat of Nine Tails by Popo, and then I returned it. Oh, we just got rated by 40 viewers. Jeez, Dice
Well,
Legends.
thanks, Dice Legends, as we wrap up.
We can hang out for a bit here and have like an after show.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about me getting whipped at Norseforge Gathering. Yeah, sure. No,
Copyright.
Oh yeah, let's go.
my buddy Mitch got an action shot of both Autumn and Norse getting like
Yeah.
as the impact happened, which the amount of momentum that Autumn had.
She was like halfway across the dance floor and
Yeah.
came in at a full.
Yeah, she fucking came in
Mhm.
right at me.
Like a
Which
wrecking
I
ball.
suppose that's what I get for turning around and going like 2 more, please. So like,
No, you turned around and you said, "Is that all you got?"
that was after the first one.
Yeah.
I said, is that all? Yeah.
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 It's that moment that the little kid says that to their parent after getting disciplined, and the parent's like, I guess I gotta level up into my next
I
form.
mean, I guess I'll fuck you up, you know?
I
And
guess I'm
everybody
gonna
else
knock
was
you
like, "Oh
unconscious."
no!"
Yeah.
The best part of the one with Norse too is just the prolonged eye contact with Panic. It's beautiful, wonderful, loved it. Oh, we need a sticker of the cake.
That's-
Yeah.
That is an
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah.
The plan with that one, we're gonna see if it's possible to do it, is because the cake cutter has the metal studs on it. It'd be really cool if we could get just the metal studs as holographic, and then the rest of the
Mhm.
sticker is just regular. Same thing with the booty roll for cake one. I really want the booty to be metallic, so that it's Rattle's cake.
Yeah.
The Gilded Cake of Destiny. Yep.
Mhm.
What I had the funny thought of whatever bruises I end up with, we'll just turn that into some sort of sticker too. The design of the bruise, which I'm sure is going to be nifty. Out of all the whippings, out of the 7 different whippings that I had, Norse's was the only ones that bruised.
So here's
Yeah,
what we
because
have to
he
do.
hits you with the full
The
full
bruising
end
will
of
be the tie-dye
belt.
pattern on Tisneck's D20 sticker.
Yeah, there you go.
The bruise, we'll take a picture of it zoomed all the way in. It will be the map of the homebrew world for campaign A.
Oh my god. Good lord.
Good fucking god. Yeah. That's what I had to deal with. It was funny because I was listing off the people that did it, and then I'm like, okay, and this person's whose name I'm not sure about, and then this name I'm not sure about. But hey, they whipped my ass, but sure. Yay. You know, things that happen at the North Forge gathering.
The things you do for your fans.
The things you do for your fans, right? The things.
Oh,
they
I'm
do
just waiting for
me.
you to do a just a TPK freaking cake group, and then Autumn's just gonna take it out.
If that happens, it's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is your fault.
No, it's they
Everything's
won't
fine.
get a
Everything's
TPK
fine.
now because remember Mel's dead and everything's okay.
Right, that's
That was
right.
that.
That's
Right.
So it's fine.
absolutely right. Exactly. No, it's
I
going to be a
believe
TPK.
that.
It's going to be the opposite of the first episode. The entire party will die, and Jade will be standing there amongst all the bodies, just like,
Yo.
Vengeance.
what do I do now?
Oof.
Shit. Right?
Big oof.
Anyway, yeah. Have a great night, everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. Dice Legends, thanks for the raid. I'm sorry you raided right when we got done. Wildfire just dropped back in. What the fuck? I won. Yeah, you won. Good job.
Yep, we'll be playing again next Saturday, so you know you can find out what happens with these Displacer beasts next Saturday.
Oh dear. Yep.
Next Saturday.
Displacer Gherkin to go under Cash's armor.
And
That's right.
for those that don't
Displacer
already know,
underwear.
there is going to be a Norse Forge gathering number for October 10th through the 13th. We don't yet have tickets for sale, but as soon as we do, we will let you know. We'll have the links and we'll have the stuff. We appreciate you all, and
See you on Wednesday for
join
Wolf
our-
Cake.
Join our Patreon for Cash's upcoming Displacer thong.
Displacer banana.
good night, everybody.
Bye.